Okay, friends, this is day, 37 of our YouTube journey. I'm like no makeup right now, glasses on, like hair in a mess. I got to work today later. I just want to get this video out now and just make sure that it was done because we are in packing, like very serious packing mode. I have reduced the kids' clothes by 30%. A little nervous about that, but I think it'll be okay. I did pack clothes for the new kids. Alan just like faith that that's gonna work out. I've heard that we can buy shoes for them there. They obviously will have shoes on their feet, but they're like Crocs. That they were in the orphanage. We are really hoping for some things to get moved around. Headed to Tennessee in a few days. I think I have everything worked out here. Our Fill the Box coordinator, Jennifer Tilton, is trying to see if she can get their driver to do like a route for us while we're gone and put that in our Adopt Together account. So that's good, which is very sweet because they don't really have routes this far south. What else? I need to finish my daughter's hair. My oldest daughter is of African descent, so I'm trying to finish her hair before we go so we don't have to do that in Africa. Plus it's a little intimidating because like everybody there is gonna have hair like hers, and I'm like, okay, don't judge me, hopefully, because she likes it a certain way and we do it that way, but it's hard to have time to do it just perfectly. And so there's that. My kids are doing school today. I have to go to work today. Tomorrow I have to get my hair cut and colored, clearly. And then we have like, we're leaving Friday night, so it's starting to just kind of feel, I don't know, like, I think it would be, even though a lot of the families traveled with court dates and embassy dates that basically didn't result in them returning with their kid, I think that's worse than what I'm doing, because it's a surprise. I'm not big on surprises, but I think it's hard too, just to get on a plane and know that we could go there, nothing could happen, and we could just come back. Or we could stay and try to see if like amazing things can happen. I don't know. And the gamble of like, how long do we stay? What, you know, and the bottom line is that we are just trying to do the right thing by these kids, give them a family. We have room in our house. People talk about adopting from the U.S. foster care system. That's not as available as you would think. And we think that we like Liberia better than the U.S. foster care system in terms of like their integrity about wanting their kids to make it and wanting their kids to have a good life. We have not seen that in the U.S. foster care system at all. And that makes us sad, but we want to make sure to throw in our efforts where they would matter long-term for a kid's permanency. So anyways, I'm excited to see our kids. It was nice. We had pizza with our neighbors, and they prayed over us and laughed with us and listened and offered, you know, all of their resources while we're gone, and even offered to let us take very expensive things with us if we need to like make everything work internet-wise. And that was sweet to hear from them. We had lunch last week with the, or over the weekend with the Clark family, who's in a similar situation we are, only they're not traveling yet, but they probably will. And that was encouraging to just be around families that are going through the same, you know, process, and still to have fun and to laugh and to see our kids play together and enjoy it. Forge those friendships of childhood that are just hysterical to see and important long term, because our kids, you know, I look at our kids, like she has 4 girls and I have 3, and they're all ages 11 and under, and the youngest is 6, and just thinking about like what we're asking them to do as siblings, as friends of siblings, you know, just the difficulty it takes to put new kids in when they didn't start there. Even when they did start there as infants, it's hard. And so it was nice to be around families that are doing the same thing we are. I think I got all the gifts except for one family, and I think we've worked out something to get those gifts there to Liberia, hopefully, and then we'll try to just love on those kids that are in the orphanage, those that are waiting, those that are matched, those that aren't matched, those that have come out and gone back in. Just wanting to be there every day and just hang out. One of the problems that we worry about with these kids being forced basically by the U.S. Embassy to return them. The U.S. Embassy's like, don't worry about it, just go home, you have no obligation to stay in country. And I'm like, but like, that's a betrayal. I mean, it feels like a betrayal to the kids to take away a family that you gave them. So I'm certainly going to be very laser focused on the 4 children that I know of that have had to return to the orphanage, and make sure that I bond with them as much as possible and listen to them and tell them, it's your families are working hard. Because they don't have like a counselor coming in, like, how are you dealing with the transition? I mean, that kind of stuff is important for kids, to have someone that's a professional talk to them at their level in their language. And I'm not like a child psychologist or anything, but I'm a mom and I'm a kid person, and this is what the U.S. Embassy is doing to these children and these families is unforgivable. It's just unforgivable. I mean, we've been looking at like what it would be like to just move to Barbados and just live there. I've thought about looking at job offers in Barbados, like, do you need any physician assistants or noonday ambassadors? Or how about, do all your kids know how to swim? Like, what's the drowning rate? These are my skills. And just because Barbados would welcome our children with open arms, no questions asked, for 2 years, while the U.S. government gets their act together. So there's hurricanes, but there's hurricanes here too. So I say all of that to say that I think I'm kind of in the raw today. I did put my glasses on, but I keep seeing my own reflection, so it's probably creepy for you guys. I had scheduled a noonday show to be done the second week of March with a local organization called MOPS, and I do have a return flight before that event. However, if we have any hope at bringing our kids home, we will stay longer. So if I don't make it back, my friend Paige has agreed to be me on the noonday stage, which is so, so, so nice of her. So I have to set up all that stuff for her, and I'm hoping that I can have her come over and just sort of look through everything, make sure she's comfortable. She said she's comfortable no matter what, so that's good. But I just, pause in your life and go into another country to save 2 little girls' lives and futures is noble for sure, but it's complicated. Like, we'll have phone access there, but it costs $10 a day each phone. And so I was trying to decide, like, okay, maybe we can do just 1 phone and not 2. And then we started talking about the logistics of, like, what if one of us, like, it's important to talk to your spouse. And so if we are divided up for some reason, I don't want to not be able to communicate with Jeremy or vice versa. So 2 phones it is, $20 a day. And I'm pretty sure I put that in my initial budget somewhere, but I need to go back and recheck and make sure that I'm budgeted for that. So if we stay for 60 days at $20 a day, that's a lot. So do the math on that. It's like $1,200. So those of you watching my YouTube videos, if you want to throw in $20 for Rachel's phone bill, that's fine. It'll be on our Adopt Together account. Maybe that's what we'll use if Jennifer can run a route for us with Fill the Box and talk to our contacts. We're going to see if that's a possibility today. I'm going to go braid some hair and contemplate my life choices. It's a difficult spot that I feel like I'm in right now. But it's a honor and a privilege to have the legal, emotional, financial, spiritual, and logistical ability to fly to the other side of the world and save the lives of 2 kids. And it's not one that's lost on me. So as, we're going to complain about things as parents that are in the international adoption world, because there's not many of us left, because they beat you up. We thought leaving the foster care system and coming to the international adoption world would be easier, and trust me, it is way easier than the U.S. foster care system was. But there was only 1,500 adoptions internationally last year, and the pandemic's over, so there's no reason for this. All that being said, those of you that watch, probably maybe just the 5 people that watch every day that are friends with me, thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your support. Thank you for allowing me to tell this story in a more public light, even if it's not that public. It's probably just my closest friends, but thank you for listening, and thank you for being on our side. And we will keep going.